What is going on, guys? It is Fluxified here and welcome back to another video. Today we are talking all things DLC for Rust console. Now, if you've been keeping an eye on the post-launch roadmap, you'll maybe have noticed that under every major update announcement, there's always a small line under it titled Plus DLCs. And that is something that I want to dig into today and talk about what DLC might be coming next, as well as what info we have to back that up. So without further ado, let's get into it. So recently, you might have noticed, Rust console has had a pretty big shift towards skins and DLC content. This all really kicked off with the launch of the next gen version, where we actually saw the first ever building skins released for Rust console. This came in the form of the Brutalist, Adobe, Legacy, and Brick building skins. Now, all of these skins were paid DLC that you actually need to purchase outside of the game and on your respective console storefront to actually access. Now, we did already have paid DLCs previously on Rust console. We had the Cobalt employee skin and the Dark Camo Pack skin, but those were just skins for outfits and something we've really seen quite a lot in the skin store in the past. This, on the other hand, is completely different, as they are completely new building skins and something that you actually have to go outside of the game to actually purchase. Now, all of these were released as a separate paid DLC, and honestly, it really sets the tone for what's to come as well. Now, as I've said in previous videos, we do know that we're getting the shipping container metal skin coming at some point. This was due to the console stores accidentally leaking the images and descriptions for the metal building skin, but that has now since been changed, although obviously that does give us pretty much confirmation that this will come in the future. So that's what we've had in the past. Now let's skip forward a little bit to the present, and at the time of this recording last Thursday, we had our first see-through door skins released in the skin store. This is something that has existed on PC for quite a while, but up till quite recently, we hadn't seen this on console. However, that did all change, and with the skin store refresh, we actually got see-through garage door skins and a see-through armored door skin. The armored door perhaps doesn't matter so much because you could already kind of see through it by opening the hatch, but having a see-through garage door skin is honestly huge, and if you can see the gameplay on screen right now, you'll see exactly what I mean. You can literally see through the entire center of the door thanks to a window panel, so it's not like a small gap or anything like that. You can literally see straight through it, which is honestly huge. Now, while we're on the topic of the see-through skins, I do want to quickly highlight a issue I've noticed with the small box skin. Specifically, if you place it down and try and walk up to it, it's absolutely fine, but if you crouch and walk up to it, it seems to keep rotating on the spot, and even though you're not actually interacting with it to make this happen, it is a pretty weird glitch, but hopefully it will be fixed quite soon, and I do want to thank the Rusty Looters crew for highlighting this issue and letting me know. So that wraps up the past and present for Rust console. That's what we've had up to this point, and already I'm sure you can see that the developers are definitely going all out in this next gen version in pushing these new DLCs like the building skins and skins like these see-through door skins that we haven't had ever in Rust console, but make such a huge difference to how you actually build bases. It is huge, and there is definitely a big focus on this right now. Now, with the past and present behind us, I do want to talk about the future for skins and DLC in the game, especially since looking at that post-launch roadmap for this year, we can see under every single month it does say plus DLCs, so we should definitely expect more DLC coming soon. So what might those DLCs be? Well, I have gone and had a short look at the PC Rust DLC store just to get an idea of what potentially we may see in console Rust. And looking at the Rust PC version, there is a ton of DLC on there. For example, we have the Wallpaper DLC, which allows you to place wallpaper inside your base. We have building skins such as the Jungle building skin, which recently released with the Jungle update. We have the Arctic Hazmat skin, which gives you cold protection. And of course, we have the infamous large box skin, the Barrel DLC. So let's talk about my predictions for what we may see in the future. For the modular vehicles update in August, I think the most likely candidate is that we will see the shipping container building skin make its way to Rust console. It just makes sense, really, considering it's been leaked already. It does suggest that maybe it's already ready to go, and it will get released alongside this update. For September's Quality of Life update, the DLC that I believe would fit the most with this would be the Barrel skin skin. Naturally, the barrel DLC is more or less a quality of life update in itself, as it is the same amount of storage as a large box, but significantly smaller and more compact, and you can actually fit 3 barrels inside a single triangle foundation, so pretty crazy in terms of space efficiency, and I do believe this DLC would fit the most within a quality of life update. For October's MLRS and Desert Base update, I would say the main candidate would be the Nomad Hazmat skin, as this is widely regarded as the Desert Hazmat, and this is pretty much a desert update after all. For November's Arctic update, I think this is a huge opportunity for the developers to bring in the Arctic Hazmat skin, which is already super popular on the PC version. For those of you who don't know, the Arctic Hazmat provides you with 33% cold protection, making it super ideal for surviving in the snow and deep Arctic zones without needing to craft loads of clothes to get that cold protection up, and it just seems like the perfect time to drop it as well, as the update is literally Arctic themed, so having the Arctic Hazmat skin DLC with that update just makes sense. And finally, we have December, where we know we're getting the Christmas event according to the roadmap. You know, I've been having a good think about what DLCs would work with this update. Obviously, we know we'll already have the gingerbread building skin available in December, but since that's already available right now in community servers for those with the Christmas event enabled, I would say that it probably won't be a paid skin, and more likely just a themed skin that we'll only be able to access during December when the Christmas event is enabled. Really though, there's any amount of DLCs we could get in December. The DLC from the PC version that I would most like to see on console, other than the ones we've already mentioned, would probably be the floor and ceiling wallpaper DLC pack, because for someone who loves building bases as much as I do, I don't know man, it just would be cool. Be sure to let me know what DLCs you would like to see come though in the comments down below. This year is definitely going to be a pretty crazy year for content and DLCs in Rust console, and I can almost guarantee you that by the end of December, when the year is rounding out, Rust console is going to feel very, very different. Just as a quick reminder, naturally everything I've talked about is only speculation for now. Other than the fact that we know we are getting DLCs alongside each major update, we don't know too much, and we can only look at the PC version's DLCs to compare to what may come to Rust console. For now, I think that just about wraps up this video. If you are new around here and do want to see more videos just like this, I do post a video covering all of the latest news and updates to Rust console every single week, so maybe think about subscribing if you do want to stay up to date. For now though, I have been Fluxified, thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the beach.